OB-6 3638 sequential. That's 760. You can hear the sub-oscillator, can't you? But not on every voice. Let's call a patch up again. Right. Let's call some other patches up and then bring that one in. Okay, I'm going to play just one note 6 times. That's going to give you, in sync mode, cycling through the voices. Right, so obviously the sub-oscillator is sounding, so I'm going to turn that light off and make sure the noise is right off, make sure that oscillators 1 and 2 are up. Okay, you can hear that, can't you? So let's have a bit more. Oops. Maybe not quite as loud as that. Okay, let's play with the oscillators. Right, oscillator 1. This is on sync mode, remember. Oscillator 1. Because the aftertouch is going to it. And the LFO is going to VCo2 as well. And the oscillator 1 is synced to VCo2 as well anyway. Okay, so that's whatever note that is. Hopefully, that's a C. Then you've got your triangle wave or triangle-ish wave. It's obviously not a square, obviously not a sawtooth, it's sort of a triangle with a tiny bit of saw maybe. Okay. Okay, that's oscillator 2. Right. And then the sub-octave. Turn those both down. That's behaving very strangely, isn't it? Because there's no oscillator. There's no oscillators on at all, obviously. So this is all sub-octave, isn't it? So it's changing pitch for some reason on different voices. It's giving you a different pitch. It's an octave below if this is oscillator 1. Right. This is sometimes an octave below, sometimes it isn't. That's strange. So it wasn't silent, it was actually probably on those previous videos, it was playing, but it wasn't, it was sometimes in unison, so you just couldn't really hear it. So it sounds like a 12-string guitar then, if you play, kind of, on 2 voices, you know. Patch 007, which is people's favourite, isn't it? I'll make it 507 because that's the preset. And that's a sync patch as well. I don't know if there's sub-octave on this or not, but I'm going to put it in. See, just turn all the others down, turn the noise down as well. Okay, oscillator 1, same frequency. Oscillator 2, same frequency. So it's not acting as a sub at all, is it? It's in unison. Well, what about if you take sync off? Okay. Oscillator 1. Oh, there's some. Okay, get the cross mod off, get the mods off actually, and the aftertouch and everything. That's your bass note. Playing a C. Oscillator 2. So that's a fifth above, isn't it? Or fifth. Actually, it's an octave and a fifth above. Okay, what about the sub? It's an octave below oscillator 1 because it's slave to oscillator 1, yeah? Which is logical. But of course then oscillator 1 in sync mode gets forced to follow oscillator 2. And it's not following it yet, even though I've synced it. That is a bit odd, isn't it? That should be now the same, surely. It's a perfect fifth. What if I try a different frequency? Right, let's try oscillator 1. Ah, so it is following the C now. There's oscillator 2, oscillator 1, let's go for a C. Let's see, G3. That's what it was before, right? Now what if I switch sync on now? It still sounds, you can still hear a lot of the original note. That might be because the waveform, because it's a perfect fifth. What if I make it something that's not a perfect fifth? That's not a it's kind of weird interval, like an A flat. It disappears pretty much then, doesn't it? Maybe that's logical. Okay, if you make it a C, you can still hear the octave above. Okay, let's see if you make it a C. This is quite interesting actually. Let's see if you make it a C, not in unison, but an octave below C2. But if you imagine you draw that wave, but you're forcing it to match this frequency as well. Hang on, this might be C2 as well, actually. Oscillator 2 said G1 there, that's rather strange. Okay, let's just go to C, C4, and this one, let's make it C3. Okay, they're octaves. And now they sound like unison when it's in sync. Okay, let's make this one oscillator 1. Let's make that G, I don't know how, G3. G3, if I can actually get it to go to G3. Let's make this one C2, which is actually an octave and a half below, isn't it? C2, I think that's C2. Yeah, you can actually still hear it, even in sync. It's almost the same in sync as it is when it's out of sync, actually. Let's make this an octave below. Let's make this C3. Let's make this one, where are we? C2. You can sort of hear a harmonic in there. Okay, that's, well, you can hear both. Okay, what about when you put sync on? Sounds almost the same, because one's twice the frequency of the other. It's not modifying the wave very much. Let's make this something like, again, something weird like G flat 2. Now you can very much not hear oscillator 1. You can with sync off, but with it on, okay, it does. doesn't. Let's change the frequency now. We're going to send the filter envelope to VCo1, so it will do something weird in sync, out of sync. Right, and then put sync on. Changing timbre, isn't there? So that's a nice way of changing the timbre of the sound using polymod and having what, a minor sixth apart. No, an augmented fourth, sorry, a G flat and a C. Phew. Right, okay. Change the frequency of oscillator 1 again to minor third of sorts. But let's see what the sub-octave does now. Very odd synth. I sort of prefer this one because it doesn't do weird things when you switch it on sometimes. It probably isn't going to do it now, you see. But there's plenty of videos where it does. It's usually when it's been left off for a while and then it does something outrageous when you switch it on. It's not going to do it, no. It's going to be a pig and behave well today because it knows it's going back. Okay, so yes, this is a little bit weird to say the least. But this phenomenon doesn't happen, this phenomenon, the sometimes missing or weird sub-octave, sub-octave changing notes, no other oscillators on, just the sub, in sync mode, put it in non-sync mode, no, get rid of that. See, it's following oscillator 1, which was just doing weird things. Okay. It's following oscillator 1 in every voice. Right. Sync mode on, it's going to follow oscillator 1 as well, but oscillator 1's slave to oscillator 2, so let's just do it oscillator 1, oscillator 2, sub-octave. Bugger me. It's not doing the sub-octave at all now. Oh, sod it. Right, if I put that on, if I put the modulator, the X mod with the filter envelope to VCo1, sometimes it snaps down to an octave below, sometimes it doesn't. How weird. That sort of thing it was doing before. Let's try it with the LFO going to VCo1.